Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We are on the road again for another recovery. It's Sunday. It's just afternoon at this point. We've been on the well. Actually, it's 1:30. Not just afternoon, but it's 1:30. We're on our way to Yuba Reservoir, so that's a bit of a haul to get down here. Got a twofer this morning. Got a Jeep and a Subaru stuck in the mud on the shoreline down here. So we're gonna go get them out. It should be a pretty straightforward recovery. Unfortunately, there was a off-road event this weekend, and seems like the majority of our team has been off playing. So as of right now, we only had two that could come down for this, but two of us should be able to get these two vehicles out. From the pictures, it didn't look too serious. Just stuck in the mud on the shoreline. Everybody that's ever been there knows what that's like. But we'll get you some video. And hopefully get you another cool recovery. So we'll bring you along and see how it goes.
Under her Subaru.
Okay.
The only thing that I could see that I could wrap it around is like the.
Oh, this one's all the way to the running boards on this side.
Well, that's bad, but this side's actually in pretty good shape. So.
Yeah, this one is going to be fun. This one's going to need a definite anchor.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, you've got high suction.
Okay, you can see the Subaru there. Shouldn't be too bad. This one, the
Pulling it before we do a lot of shoveling.
recovering vehicle.
Yep.
This is what happens on lake shores. This, as you're out here, everything's just fine. All of a sudden, the crust breaks and you're up to your running boards in mud. Can always be tricky out here, but
this stuff here.
what I'm assuming we're going to do, initial plan, we're going to leave our two vehicles up there. We got a ton of extensions. We'll run some extensions down here and really get pulling and see if we can get this one to pop out. And then the Subi over there should be real easy. She's not very buried. This one just, man, when that crust breaks, it just goes. So we'll see what we can do.
I think I'm going to use this for the bride.
All right, I'll show you guys what we've got here. On the front of the Jeep, we're going to use the two tow hooks. I would prefer a closed loop on the Jeep, but we have those tow hooks. They're good solid tow hooks. We're going to use them. Building a bridle. We're using, that's a heavy duty recovery sling basically. I think that's built out of, it's built out of like 7/8 rope or something like that. They're really cool. They got a little kinetic stretch in them, so they act as a nice little shock absorber in these situations, and it builds a perfect bridle over those hooks. Here we've got end of an extension. We got a nice eyelet through there, so we're just going rope to rope there. We don't need any extra shackles or anything like that. That's perfectly good rigging. So we've got one extension rope. These are about 40-foot extensions that I have. Here in the middle, you can see our connection here is a screw pin bow shackle. It's connecting both those ropes together. Perfectly good connection there. Checking that, making sure it's in line. You want to make sure that these don't get, if these get cross-loaded, so if they get loaded across this section, it's real easy to do when you're setting up rigging. So you always want to walk your rigging and check it before you start putting any kind of load into it to make sure you're pulling the correct direction on those shackles. And we're going to continue up here, another 40 or so foot extension. And we've got a pulley block. Oops, got my shadow in the way there. There we go. We got ARB pulley block. It's upside down, but it doesn't really matter. Then we're going back to my truck will be the winching vehicle. Johnny is going to be our anchor. And we've got the other extension, into the extension there to the front of Johnny's truck. We're okay pulling off one side on this. Don't need a bridle there. You could put one there if you wanted to. Bridle between both of the recovery points on the front of his truck and hook the rope to that. If we have to put too much pressure into this system, we may do that just to make sure that load's spread out good, but should be okay with what we're planning. You can see my truck there, and then back, give you a shot to where we're at. There's the vehicle digging a little bit of mud out from underneath the Jeep. Should be about ready to go, but we got we're set up. We'll get people clear and to a safe location so we can start this winch. And that truck or that Jeep doesn't have to come very far. It's basically got to go the length of the vehicle to get onto solid ground there where he can drive out. And then because of where we set up to rig, we'll be able to pull the Subaru from same location. And you can see we're not quite straight on with the Jeep, but we wanted to stay up here. You can see we got nice gravel up here, nice solid, guaranteed solid lakeshore. Down along there, we may run into the same situation of sinking in like he did, breaking through that crust. So we decided to stay back where we know we have good solid ground and do the winch pull from there, and then we'll go ahead and get this going. Okay, are you in gear? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tension the winch. Winching. Okay, go ahead and spin your tires. Right there. That's perfect speed. Vehicle's moving. Good job. It's coming right out. Yep. Perfect. How you doing it? Okay, hold. Hold. I'm going to pull the rope and just have you pull forward. See if you can pull out of there. Okay, come ahead.
Ryder.
Stop.
Ryder. Here. Come on. Here. There you go.
Yep, you're good. Give it a little bit of gas. You were right where it needed to be. It's going to come right out of there. Okay, hold. Okay, give you guys a little commentary on what happened there. That went exactly as good as it could have. What you saw there was the advantage of once he was stuck, he didn't keep spinning, didn't keep digging, didn't keep making the situation worse. And so once those tires broke loose, it was an easy to just pop him right up out of the hole there. You saw that go just as easy as it could. Got him out of the first hole. His rear end fell in the front end's hole, so we had to just put a little more tension on it again. We probably could have done that one as easy as it came out. We probably could have done it with a kinetic rope, but we honestly thought it was stuck worse than it was. So we went immediately to the winches.
Pull forward closer.
And now, oh, did we miss by
5 feet?
Oh, of course. So we repositioned the trucks a little bit and pulled forward for the next recovery on the Subaru, and of course we missed it by 5 feet. So we didn't quite pull forward far enough. So Johnny's going to reposition his vehicle, so we got that extra 5 feet. And you can see our backup showed up. So we we now have everybody and all the people. Miss Jenny over there and Vernon and Drew back there in their vehicles. They were on their way back from Trail Hero and decided to, so they were cruising down the freeway. They were right there, and so they stopped to say hi. But we got this one. The first vehicle is whipped. That was the one we were expecting to be the hardest one. Show you right here. I went and grabbed a couple of these. These are cheap soft shackles that I've got. I actually hate this design. They were cheap. I don't like them. So they're my sacrificial soft shackles. We got to go around the control arms on this Subaru. We don't have a whole lot to pull off of. So we're going to go around the lower control arms in the rear. We're going to go around those with a soft shackle and put our rope in there. And just in case these get damaged, I went and grabbed these cheap ones that I don't really care if they get damaged. They're not my good ones. So around the lower control arms. And I'll see if we can get over there and show you how we're going to hook this up. But on to the next one.
I I know, right? This guy. That must have been some night.
All right, you see underneath the back end of the Subaru here, we're on this lower control arm. Not an ideal situation to pull on, but it's what we've got. Over here, we're going to try to get the other side dug out, but it's buried pretty good in there. I don't think we're going to need to dig it out. This Subaru isn't too bad. So what we're going to do, you can see I've got my cheap sacrificial shackle on there. Another thing you could use, this would be a great place for a short piece of binder chain, something like that. You go around that. There's always a chance of cutting your rope when you're on that because they've got edges on them. You can see, you know, it's got an edge, it's got kind of the same edge on the other side. So potential for cutting that. So it's a sacrificial shackle. It may get cut. We're in a situation where that's not going to be a bad thing. We're on level ground. If that comes loose, it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. So you can see what we got there. If we have an issue, we're going to start pulling slow. If we have an issue, we'll finish digging that side. We'll get the other side, and we'll do the same thing, build a bridle, and pull off of both of them. But car's not too buried. Based on how the Jeep came out, we think this is going to be just fine, and we're willing to try it for this first go-around. So anyway, that's hooked up. We're going to get everybody clear and get winching again. And still ended up getting muddy. Thank you.
Or you're just gonna yank it.
What's that?
Do you want some traction cords or just gonna yank it?
I think we'll just yank it. We're going to put some tension on it first and see if it starts moving. And if it doesn't, we'll go to a plan B.
Land anchor the power wagon.
Yeah, right.
All three of us are going to tether to you so we can, try and help you.
Okay, well, your wheels turn it off. It's moving. Give it a little bit more gas. Turn your wheels now. Turn some more. Turn. Right there. Let off on the gas. Okay, give it a little bit more. Oh, right there. They're rolling, but the gas isn't skimming them at all. Put it in. Yeah, keep pulling, Johnny. It's just bound up with mud.
Where are my tires at?
They're straight. What?
Is it neutral?
Yeah, he's in neutral. Yeah, keep pulling. It rolled that time. Go ahead, pull. Okay, hold there. Back up. Getting there. Okay, it's clear now. Let me. Keep coming. Keep coming. Okay, right there. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. That actually went pretty easy. We firmly expected that Jeep was going to take a whole lot more effort than that. He was buried, sitting on the running boards on the one side and down to the axle. He was sitting on just about everything he could be sitting on. So we fully expected that one to take a whole lot more effort than it did. It came right out. The Subi actually gave us a little bit of trouble. Front end was it was down in that soupy mud and it was so packed into the front end, it actually we're having a hard time getting it to roll. So we had to put it in neutral and basically just pull it backwards and then drive it forwards a couple of times to get all that extra mud to clear out. Once we got that cleared out, it's driving just fine, but it was pretty bound up with mud. And I did want to show you one other little thing. We were putting extensions away. And I don't know if you see that right there. That's what happens when you aren't careful checking your rigging. As I was undoing these ropes, I apparently left a little knot in that one and didn't know until we pulled tight on it. So that knot's in there, and that weakens your ropes. So this rope's probably junk. Might be able to make some other extensions out of it. I am going to take it home and try one thing, pound on it with a hammer, see if I can get it to undo by pounding on it with a hammer a little bit. See if it'll come undone, and if it doesn't show any signs of damage, maybe it'll be okay. If not, well, I'll cut that section out and make some short extensions out of it. You can always recycle rope that way. So fortunately, it's actually pretty close to the middle, so I'll just end up with two shorter extensions. But that's what you do, just kind of recycle and make use. The rest of the rope's just fine. Just need to get that knot out of it. But hope you enjoyed that one, and that's what we do. That was a two for today. Beautiful. You can see the lake behind me. Awful way. It's about 75, I don't know, maybe 80 degrees out here. Awful way to spend an afternoon, but we have fun doing this, and hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll catch you on the next one.